You know what is this? This is the older diagnostic tool for BMW, and we use it for E series and also for F series. But actually, what you need for BMW is this cable. This cable can work directly on F series and G series as well. And this is much more expensive because this is original. This is just a simple OBD to RJ45 cable we can find anywhere. And once you connect to the computer, you can start the software. And this is the original BMW software that lets you make diagnostic, change the configuration, enable and disable functions, and so on and so on. So besides BMW, what you will see here is a lot of different tools, starting from launch to Galileo, to Flex, to ADI, and so on and so on. And all those diagnostics we will show you and make a comparison for you. So now we are connected to this BMW 7 Series F02. We start up the ISTA software, then we just try to make a diagnostic. One of the good advantages of ISTA is that you can connect to different vehicles. You can set from 2, 1, 2, 3 different vehicles. You can check the air condition at the same time. This is convenient if you're working on several cars at the same time, or if you want to compare similar cars with different products. So we can input the VIN directly, or we can just read the data directly from the car. So we connect the vehicle interface, which on the initial request number. We can just continue. We make a complete identification. And now it will start identifying each model inside the car. Because this is the 7 Series, this will take one time because it's a car with a lot of XU. So we connect with iPhone in this case because we have the interface, but if we have the direct cable connection, we can select and the correct diagrams. We go OK, and we start. Now we already got some information like the engine label, construction date, but a lot of the diagnostic is still in progress, it will take some time. So now we make the identification of the car and the electronic component units, and we can directly go to check each component unit one by one. But for now, let's talk about what's the advantage of ISTA compared with generic diagnostic tool like Launch. First of all, BMW gives us a lot of useful information like how to mount and dismount the parts, where to find them, the diagrams, how they are connected to each other. All those information are not available through any other tool compared with after full test of the car as ETC. We have several models in green, which means everything is fine, and then some models in yellow, which, for example, EGS, which have errors. And then we have also some others, not in this case, which can be red, it's no communication with the module, or in blue, which means they need to be reprogrammed. Let's try to check the errors. For example, we select EGS, and then we go to display faulty memory. Then here we have all the errors related. Another important function is we go to function structure. And then we can select, for example, from body, we can select automatic reflex control, and we have several types of information. Now, ABL is useful because you can add it to the test code. So later you can review it. And then another important thing is the SSP. SSP will let you check the diagram. And from the diagram you can check which connector has which signal, and it will show you where you can find this connector and where is the signal exactly you're talking about. So this is very important, and it has also a connector view which is very convenient for organizing your pinout. Oh, and I almost forgot, another important function is the FUV functionality. For example, the FUV of the footwell module. If you go on this page, it will show you the explanation about what is the footwell module, the FRI module. And you will find out all those information you need to know in order to repair it, to understand what it does, how it is related to the rest of the car. And this is all very useful information, and as you see, there is quite a lot. So this is the reason ISTA is much more better for BMW than a generic diagnostic.